Q&A today. If you got a question, if you're polite in the comments, so on and so forth, I'll answer your questions. But first, I want to talk about this. What, y'all? So I woke up in the middle of the night last night because I went to bed at like 8:30. But I woke up at like 3, so I'm watching these videos, right? Y'all, they got this fucking pill, NDA. It's called NDA. That's the Non-Disclosure Association. Anyway, it's called NDA. It's crazy, and we produce it in our bodies. Okay, as we grow older, around our 30s, we stop producing it as much. Okay, so now they've designed this pill. Lord, y'all, reverses the aging process. Called NDA. All the Kardashians take it, but a side effect is that it can make, okay, it'll make you look younger, but it can also alter the way that you look. Good morning, Miss Sandra. It can alter the way that you look. Like, it can cause you, like, if you take too much of it at a time, because they call it a supplement, okay? If you take too much of it, you're supposed to take it, I forget how they said, like, 1 week or something like that. I don't know if you take it every day or whatever. It can start causing disformity, like what is that? Like elephantitis and shit. If you take it too regularly, it can change the way that you look completely. Okay, but it's a drug that is reversing the aging process called NDA. Y'all look it up. I'm telling you. That's just wild to see that. There was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about this morning. Something about y'all. It says the truth is coming out about something. What else is? That's how I'm telling y'all the truth about this medicine. Okay. It's a supplement pill called NDA. What? Oh, I wanted to touch subject about I heard a theory that the volcanoes were they are created by the, you know how like a animal will like disintegrate, like it'll start like decomposing and stuff like that. That's right. That's crazy, ain't it? Um, anyway, you know how animals will decompose and that and that and that. Well, they're saying that the volcanoes were formed, which it makes a lot of sense. Okay, but these volcanoes were formed from the fallen dragons, the dragons that fell. Okay, they kind of went into hibernation. Okay, is what I'm hearing. Okay, they went into hibernation, and some of them died apparently and started decomposing. Okay, and it started forming these volcanoes because the inside of the dragon, shape of them and everything, it looked like a splattered dragon. They look just like a splattered dragon, but the volcanoes like the decomposition of the dragon and the chemicals all like meshing together, it causes these volcanoes. Okay, and I've always heard, all of my life I heard that these oil fields and these oil mines are made from the oil comes from the dinosaurs, the fallen dinosaurs and all. Dinosaurs are dragons, y'all. Get with it, okay? They're the same thing. What they call, what the new world calls dinosaurs, they're dragons, okay? They're dragons. And y'all, check this out. Man, I wanted to record the whole fucking thing for y'all, okay? But I was watching He-Man, okay? I go to the library all the time, and I got I got a shit ton of old shit right now, okay? Because I done seen just about everything they got up there. But I got He-Man again, and I was watching He-Man. Ooh-wee, all that shit. They'll tell you every single thing. I watched that as a child. Me and my best friend Robbie, we watched He-Man and the Super Friends, okay? But He-Man will tell you freaking, they got reptilians walking around. They talk about them being reptilians. I was just, I mean, blown away because I've rented that several times, but I just had it like just playing yesterday because my granddaughter wanted to come over here and hang out with me, and I just had it like playing. She was fucking like she don't never be like that interested except for stuff that like Bluey and shit she likes. Boy, she was glued to the TV watching He-Man. I was like, what? I mean, I couldn't believe it because I like He-Man. I was cooking my shepherd's pie, and she was sitting here playing and stuff, and she was just glued to the TV watching He-Man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? I guess she was receiving her downloads. I don't know, but that movie that TV show will tell you some shit. And I remember watching that when I was like 5. Okay, I was He-Man and the Super Friends were my most favorite cartoons. And me and my best friend Robbie Teague would sit and watch them like all day long. Like, we just sit and watch Super Friends and He-Man all day. So it wasn't until later on, like when I was like in my, I guess late teens, early 20s is when X-Men and stuff come out, and I was kind of watching that like on a regular basis with Ed. But yeah, those are my favorite. Man, what's your problem? Like, what is the point in coming here and saying some dumb shit like that? Answer. You want to talk shit? You just want to come in here and fucking say some stupid ass shit like that? Y'all, everybody, this dumbass right here at the bottom of the screen needs some fucking attention. Everybody look at him. Everybody look at the person at the bottom of the screen because they need attention really, really, really bad to just come in here for no reason. Try to insult somebody. This loser right here at the very bottom of the screen. They need attention real bad, y'all. Everybody look at them. Okay, now you can talk. Everybody's watching you. Everybody's listening. What you got to say, idiot? Come on. Come on. That's what I thought, loser. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, I'm gonna give you a chance. Nah, I ain't. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna do Q&A. I just wanted to touch base with y'all on that. I wouldn't even know what they would call that shit. They just call it NDA, and that's crazy that it's NDA is like a non-disclosure form or something like that. But they call the shit NDA, and they say that we carry it in our bodies, and after the age of 30, it starts dissipating. Okay. But they say that this is it's a real good supplement to take for menopausal people, like menopause, and that it takes out all that. I suppose that's where they found out that it starts reverse aging. Is they might have give it to someone that was going through menopause, and it started reversing their aging process. That shit's crazy. And I also wanted to talk to y'all about, what do y'all think about that thing about the dinosaurs? Makes a lot of sense. I mean, it makes a lot of sense because like their body parts would like decompose, like they would combust. Okay, like as they're disintegrating, they would combust. And if there's mud from the floods all over the top of them, I could see where that plasma would get like trapped under the ground, which would in turn cause different reactions. Okay, because I mean that makes a hell of a lot more sense than fucking that it just the earth just decides that it just gets hot in these certain places and it erupts. I just don't know. Okay, that part right there, that's crazy. Okay, but what y'all think about it? Look at this. It says this Empress is recovering from something. Some kind of mental breakdown or mental thoughts or something to that effect. Okay. It says living in the past. You're recovering from living in the past. It says you're leaving home and moving forward. Okay. Anyway, anybody got any kind of real questions and not no fucking stupid ass shit or anything like that? Okay. Because I need to take the time to like talk with y'all for a minute before I start the reading, because so I can weed out all the trolls and all the this and that's. We'll call them the this and that today. Says this Empress is gaining some type of clarity and making some type of decision about moving forward. Okay, bottom of the deck. Look, on some type of new venture. The fruits of your labor. You may really be being called to take this act somewhere else. Okay. The area that you're in. It's something to do with the ley lines and that and that and that. You may need to take this act somewhere else and move forward with it, okay? You may be in just the wrong place. I'm just saying. That could be something that's been blocking you for a good minute. Is that you're just in the wrong place, the wrong vortex. We'll use the word vortex, okay? Because things are happening, okay? If y'all haven't noticed, things are happening on this earth, okay? The animals are showing us more than anything. The animals and the weather, okay? Things are going on, things are happening, and there's something to this ley line thing and being connected to that energy, okay? So, y'all take what resonates with you. I know somebody's been studying about the ley lines. Somebody out there in the collective right now has been like doing research on ley lines and how it connects to your birth date, something like that. I can see them doing the study. I can see them researching it. Somebody's researching ley lines out there right now. Okay, y'all. Anybody got okay? Your question is what's going on? Okay, let's find out what's going on. Okay, they want to know what's going on. That's the question, okay? Let's find out. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming down, guarding and protecting us as we channel the messages. Let me let my birds out. I was readjusting their playground in there, and I forgot. I shut the door back. Okay, y'all. Fazin wants to know what's going on. Now, what's going on? What's going on? It says the Two of Wands, planning. Someone's making a decision. I told you. It says you discovered something and you're looking towards your happiness. Looking to the future. Trying to figure out what's going on in the future, okay? It says... Oh, I thought it said gods. It says goals attained, okay? I'm going to back this up just a little bit in case I have to bend it down. Okay. But nobody's got a question. That's amazing. So everybody's good? That's wonderful. I love it. 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 This says, this is what's going on, okay? Because Fasten asked what's going on. It says, hold on. I can read it better with this. It says, you've been hit with a spark of inspiration. Now you must figure out how to turn blasting forward so that you don't stumble over your own feet. Let your intuition guide you. It says planning, progress, making decisions, discovery, leaving home, travel plans, happiness, goals attained, foresight, and reconciliation. Okay? Now remember what it was in the cut, y'all. The Empress with a Nine of Swords, and then, I think it was the Four of Swords after that. The Empress with the Four, might have been the Six of Swords in reverse. But anyway, this is what's going on, okay? So tell me what's going on with that. You must be making some type of decisions Fazion. I'm not sure how you say your name. So I hope I'm saying it correctly. It says self-limiting beliefs, inner critic, anger, guilt, negative thought, releasing negative thoughts, open to new perspectives, self-acceptance, and freedom. You're about to leave. You're about to go somewhere. You're about to get out of the caged energy that you've been feeling. Okay? You've been feeling caged. You've been feeling like stuck for no reason. Like you know that you have the choice that you can leave or you can stay. Okay? You already know that. But there's what do I want to say? Experiences that are holding you in that area or that place. Things that went on that led you to be in the area that you're in, feeling stuck. I'm telling you, you're about to move forward and you're about to go forward. Okay, but it looks like that somebody's going to bring in an opportunity with that Two of Wands. So tell me what that is. It says the High Priestess in reverse. Secrets. Someone's got a hidden agenda. It says somebody's got a hidden agenda. Oh. I hear you. It says, it's telling you, Grand Rising, Miss Bonnie, how are you doing? It's telling you to keep your secrets to yourself. Keep your plans to yourself. Don't tell nobody. Don't even fucking act like you're gonna tell nobody, okay? You just keep doing your humdrum little fucking thing that you do, your little routine that they see or whatever, and in the meantime you're saving money and you're making plans, okay? You know that you're not that you're ready, okay? But you don't have the finances, but you're making plans to move forward in whatever this is, because you know that the area or whatever you're in is not the right one for you, okay? Clarify this Two of Wands and this High Priestess in reverse. Making a decision, keeping it a secret. It says Ten of Cups. You're moving somewhere to find your soul tribe, where you belong, where you fit in. Okay, something's moving in the right direction. Okay, and you're keeping it a secret. Why is Collective keeping it a secret? It says the Nine of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It says courage. You're building courage. Somebody's tired. You're gearing up for the worst. I'm telling you. It says you're gearing up for the worst. Okay? And then it says something about receiving some type of waiting on some kind of prosperity. You're waiting on something to come through because somebody's about to give you something. But you're prepared for the worst. Okay? The way I see this, you're like saving money. You're saving money. You're preparing to move forward. You're preparing to move to a place where you feel more comfortable. I'm telling you, okay. You're getting prepared. Like I said, what's been holding you back is your finances. Okay, this looks like someone is about to give you an opportunity. What is that Six of Pentacles? Someone about to give Collective an opportunity. It says the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to get an inheritance? It says you're getting an inheritance. Something to do with an inheritance. Like, Collective about to go from rags to riches? Is that what you're saying? Upright for yes. Collective going from rags to riches? Someone's about to give you something. You're going to level up. Hard work, productivity, routine, responsibility, slow and steady, financial growth, achievement, good investment. Collective, you invested, you've been saving for something. I'm telling you, something remarkable is going to happen because of it. Look! Someone's making an investment in you. Is someone making an investment in Collective? It says that God is. God's got your back. I'm telling you, all you got to do is believe. This is meant for you, man. I can hear it. God said, if He's got something set aside for you, collective, then you're going to receive it. This is for you. Someone's going to hand it to you. I don't know how that's going to happen, but someone's just going to hand you this money from God. So be mindful of that and thank God when you receive it. Okay? Tell me why this Eight of Swords is in reverse over here. Some kind of freedom, y'all. I'm telling you. Some kind of acceptance, being open to a new perspective. Tell me what. Y'all, this is a spiritual war. I'm telling you. Look who's on the bottom. I'm just saying. Tell me what this Eight of Swords is in reverse. Something that you sown, you're going to reap. I'm telling you, this is a balance. This is something, you might be going through some hell for a minute, but you were still keep giving and kind and that and that and that. You're being rewarded for that. I'm telling you. It says balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, and finding meaning. This card was poking out, so let's see what it is. It says judgment in reverse. That's both angelic cards. It says self-doubt, inner critic. You're the one, you were like punishing yourself for something that went on. Like you felt guilty or something about something that went on. This was just poking out. It didn't fall to the thing. Because you were misled by someone. Look, you were punishing yourself. It was like you were sitting all alone because of something that went on. It wasn't your fault. Tell me where that judgment was in reverse. Let's move these two to the side a little bit. But Temperance and the Hierophant come out at the same, back to back, y'all. Behind the Ten of Pentacles. That in itself, that tells you something. And that come out behind the fucking Knight of Pentacles, behind the Queen of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles is about to give you something. Some kind of new beginning. It says new ideas. I'm going to read what the card says itself. It says the energy needed for a certain project or talk is ready and waiting for you. You just need to tap into it. This is a time of innovation. As the sword related to the communication, this could be a great time to write a blog, a book, or start a podcast. This is also a great time to share ideas or feelings with colleagues and those close to you. Great time to start a new venture. You may be having new ideas about like the work that you're already doing, and taking it to the next level. Okay, is that what that's about? What is this about with the Page of Swords? It says the King of Wands. He's got an idea. This person, man, everything in me is telling me. Okay, just give me a second. Everything here is telling me that this King of Wands is he's the game changer. This is somebody that wants to give you something. He's a leader. He wants to give you some type of something about rags to riches. He says you're the perfect fit. 5-5 with the Fool. Something you do online, or you're very sure of yourself at whatever this is you do. Say like I'm an oracle. I'm pretty sure of myself. I don't doubt myself, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm sure of myself. I receive this knowledge. I give it out. People want to say something about my attitude or my ego. I don't fucking have ego. I'm telling you, because I get mad. or just upset. It's not what people are saying. Is that they're trying to interfere with the message, okay? And I get I will say I boss up a little bit, and they take offense to that. And the way I receive that is those people didn't need to be here in the first fucking place. Okay, so I just cut it short, get them the fuck out of here, and keep moving on. Okay, because they didn't need to be. They weren't here to receive the message. They were here to disrupt it. Okay, but I don't doubt. I don't doubt that I'm gifted. I've always had the gift my whole life. Okay, I don't doubt that I have a gift. People, you can ask my enemies. You can ask my closest people. They'll tell you that there's something there. Okay, and I don't doubt it. Okay, and they're saying something about having confidence in your. It exudes. Okay. And the doppelgangers, the ones that they're trying to mimic or trying to make you look bad, you can see that they have doubt. Like they doubt whatever it is that they're doing. If they're singing, they have doubt. If they're drawing art, they have doubt. If they're, whatever it is, they doubt their abilities because they're mimicking it. They're copying it, okay? It doesn't come naturally. And you can see that whatever gift it is that you carry, it comes naturally. You're not doubting your gift, okay? You're doubting the people around you more than anything. It's not so much that you doubt yourself as that you doubt the ones that are around you. They were plants or something, like freaking put there to make you doubt, okay? But it's become obvious. Even your enemies are stepping up and stating that you are the truth. You are authentic. I'm telling you. It's all coming out. And when this leader comes forward, he's going to make the difference. What is this leader going to do? This King of Wands. It says he's been having some type of fear and secrets. He's going to reach out. He's been holding on to some fear. What else is he going to do besides reach out? Tell me what's he going to do. It says, long-term views, hard work, perseverance, forethought, rewards. He's going to reward you for some kind of work you did. Look, and expose something. And then it says the Wheel of Fortune. It says in reverse, some kind of negative face. This person's like crossing the T's and dotting the I's and proofreading whatever this is. Okay, whatever this is, that because this is a big decision that he's making about bringing this forward. He's going over every detail. Okay. He's like proofreading everything, and it's like mind burnout. It's like he's got burnout, and he's recovering from that to bring it forward. Because he's like even coming up with a way to even present it, okay? Right, using your gifts openly. Don't worry about what they say. Like I said yesterday, Bonnie, they got, most of the time when people are attacking you, it's because their own issues, okay? It's their own things that are going on in their own head, okay? I'm telling you, okay? So don't be afraid. God gave you the gift. If God gave you the gift, He expects you to use it. Do you understand? And even use it in the face of adversity. Okay? I mean, look, okay. Look at David. Okay, David was a kid. They done throwed him in a fucking prison. Okay, they throwed him in a prison. He's chit-chatting with the other prisoners because he's a holy man. He's good. He's a good man. Okay, he's chit-chatting with other prisoners. They're having dream issues and such like that, okay? They're having like nightmares and things like that, and he's like resolving them for them and making them feel better, even to the point of healing these prisoners, okay? And in the meantime, the king is having a dream, okay? And this king, he's asking his Magi to to decipher this dream for him, right? Well, this Magi's so fucking bad at it to the point that he's having them executed. He's executing these fucking Magi for not deciphering the dream correctly. Now, David is a young boy. He's not. I mean, that would have to be intimidating as fuck. Okay? That the guards heard David interpreting the dreams for the other prisoner. There's a dude in prison right now that can tell you what your dream is about. And the king was like, I doubt that seriously. Okay? And David was just humble. And he really didn't even know why they was bringing him in front of the king. Okay? He had no idea why they was even bringing him in front of the king. And the king talked to him and told him what the shit was. And he turned around and told the king what he deciphered it to a T. Okay? But everybody else, everybody... David was a hidden gem. He was a hidden jewel. Okay? And he didn't flaunt his gift. Okay? He used the gift to heal people. And it just became word of mouth that he could do that through the deciphering of the dreams. Okay? And then he was brought before a king that was killing people that couldn't do it. Okay? But he wasn't afraid. He knew that he could decipher the dream once he found out that that's what the king wanted, okay? Because he knew he was gifted. He knew that he had this gift that God gave to him. He wasn't afraid. You understand? He was not afraid to use the gift that God gave to him. He wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid that he was going to get it wrong. Nothing. He deciphered the shit. He presented it to the king, whether the king liked what he said or didn't. Okay? So don't be afraid to use your gifts because it'll be discovered through word of mouth or something to that effect. Okay? But he wasn't scared when he finally figured out what the king was wanting from him. Okay? Oh, you need your dream deciphered, okay? Well, whether it's good or bad, he deciphered the fucking dream, whether that been that the king was about to lose a war or what. He told him the truth. He didn't sugarcoat nothing for the king. Oh no, they're not a toy. Right, no, they're not a toy. But something is coming, some kind of new phase is coming in because something's being exposed. Okay, what is that? What's being exposed? It says the Page of Cups. Someone's going to tell you they're in love. It says, let me read it. Let me read the card itself. You can't see the damn... Because it says new love, y'all. It says, listen to your heart and go with all things sentimental and romantic. Share those tender moments with someone special. Feel free to express your feelings. Dance like no one's watching. And be a giant goof. Have fun and be... That Be Wild Moonchild's been coming out around me lately a lot. I'm a Moonchild, so... They want me to go out and have fun. There's nowhere around here to have fun. I don't trust none of these folks. Look, King of Swords is going to come up and... This King of Swords is he's made some type of decision that he's ready to expose to you his feelings. I'm telling you, he's ready to expose his feelings. Says you're the perfect fit. Take what resonates. Okay, now what was that? Let me see. CA exam. Okay. Y'all take that as it resonates. This person's about to come in, expose to you how they feel. And give you some type of, I swear it looks like they fixing to give you a big check. New beginning with some type of work. It's the work that you're doing. It's just going to be enhanced, okay? Because you've accepted your gifts. to a point that you're able to even open up to newer gifts that are coming through. Okay, you can feel it. Like you can feel it. You can feel that there's a big shift inside of you. Okay, now who knows? You might be activating your NDA inside and making it sound. I know, y'all. I know. I'm just being me. Okay. Let me see what else. Let's see. This is for Sherry, Cherie. Cherie, you want to know? Guide about your exam comes in September 25th. You want to know if you're gonna pass? All you gotta do is go take some NDA. Kardashians take it. Okay, you want to know what? Are you gonna pass or are you gonna do all right? What do you want to know about it? Guide on your guide on your CA exam. Let's see. What does it say for Cherie? Guide on a CA exam. Says the world. Something's it's gonna complete, and you're gonna be able to go out into the world and do what you need to do. Yeah, I've been doing that, Miss Bonnie. But yeah, Cherie, if you're still there, are you still there? It says a completion and accomplishment. So you're going to pass. You're going to do all right. You're going to do great. Okay. It's going to send you to out in the world where you need to go. Okay. It's gonna bring you full circle. Okay. Yeah, I'll get you one, Miss Bonnie. Cherie, are you still there? Cherie, Ram, Honeyman, or whatever it is. Are you still there? Well, if you're still there, sweetheart, you're going to accomplish what you're going to pass the exam. It's all going to come out in flying colors, okay? Okay. If you would have answered me, Cherie, I would have probably I probably would have delved a little deeper into that, but you didn't answer, so I guess you're gone. I don't know. All right, so Miss Bonnie, you need to ask a silent question. All right. So answer Miss Bonnie's silent question. Y'all take what resonates, because there's no coincidences. So if these questions are being asked and you're sitting in the room, there's a message in the answer. Let me get a card from Miss Bonnie. Let me cut these real quick. Miss Bonnie has a question, a personal inside question. So answer the question for her, and then we'll delve in from there. It says 3 of Cups in reverse. It says overindulgent, heavy partying, isolation, independence, alone time, and 3 is the crowd, gossip. Clarify that for Miss Bonnie. Clarify that. It says some type of reflecting on a financial opportunity. You may have been thinking about going into business with a partnership of 2 other people. It says reflecting on a financial opportunity. You're developing the skills. Developing skills right now, okay? And then it says the 8 of Cups in reverse. Trying one more time. Okay, you're going to give it one more shot to work with whoever this person is. Whoever this, but there's one of the 2. There's 2 people there's 2 other people that you're going into partnership. There's one of them that is envious of you. But the other one is a really good partner. I don't care what your opinion is, what I look like. I don't look nothing like Hulk Hogan. Nothing at all. I don't resemble him in any kind of way. Whoops. Hold on, I didn't mean to. I deleted the wrong fucking loser. Okay, how do I take back who that was? Wait a minute. Unhide. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide you, sweetheart. The Cheyenne. I didn't mean to hide you. I was hiding that other person. Okay. But anyway, you're going to give this one more try. You're going to try something one more time. Okay. Well, should Bonnie? This is you're fearing change. Something is old, and you're going into some kind of new personal transformation. You're different. You're different than it used to be. Back in the day when you were dealing with some kind of team. You were working with a team, and your attitude towards it has changed. Miss Bonnie, are you still there? Because I deleted some. Please say you're still there. Because it was above. Okay. Okay, this loser right here is the one that's got to go. Alright. Let's see. Well, I'm not done with you, Miss Bonnie. I'm sorry, I just accidentally deleted the wrong person and I had to let them back in. Okay, so it's saying something about you seeing it from a different point of view, seeing it from a different perspective. You've grown since those days, and you've developed you have more confidence in your skills than you did back in the day. This is leading you, I think, into some type of boss position. Tell me. It says the Knight of Cups, creativity, charm, imagination, some kind of. Look, you're going to follow your heart. Either you're the hero and you're going to do the damn thing, or somebody else is having romantic feelings towards you within the scenario, okay? Maybe that's what's holding you back from stepping into the says this is going to be brand new. This person may have feelings for you. This person who's making this offer. This person who's making this offer may have feelings for you, but they're still involved. They're involved with somebody that is apparently envious of you. It's like you was in some kind of business with a husband and wife team or boyfriend and girlfriend team or something like that. Could be even a sister or brother. This sister, whoever the female is in the scenario, is jealous as hell of you. Okay? Look, telling you. Manipulation of this fucking partnership. This person doesn't want you to listen. So what should Miss Bonnie do? What should Miss Bonnie do in that situation of the envious person? I'm telling you, the Spirit is telling me to tell you to rise above it and talk to the love interest. Okay, man, I don't know if that. What should Miss Bonnie do right here? It says. So somebody's being dishonest and fraudulent. This is also talking about planning some kind of. It's telling you to act strategically. Okay? Clarify that. It says. You're going to walk away from them and start your own fucking business. Or your own thing. You're going to start your own thing. We got the Five of Cups in reverse, regret, some kind of grief. And then we got the Lovers in the reverse, self-love. Something, look, there's something that you're detached from that. Okay? You're detached, you're going to walk away from it because somebody was fraudulent. Oh, that's what you're about to find out. Somebody in your past business ventures. Somebody in your past business ventures they were partners and one of them was doing you wrong somehow. You're gonna get like a big old check of reimbursement or something to that effect because somebody was fraudulent towards you. What else Miss Bonnie need to hear? What else Miss Bonnie need to hear? It says 10 of Pentacles upright. Here, are you in some kind of law case? You're gonna win it. Law case. Something to do with the case. You may have suing somebody or something to that effect. You're gonna win. You're gonna win it. You're gonna win that case. It says something about then you're gonna leave. Man, is this with your ex? You're gonna win the case against your ex, and you're gonna walk away because you're disappointed in both of them, in both of those two people. King of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. You're gonna win the case. Somebody's trying to get you back in their good graces, but you're done. That's what you need to be, okay? Is you need to be done. And continue doing what you're doing. You're suing somebody or something like that, but you're going to win. Possibly going through a big breakup. You're going to win, okay? You're going to win the case and walk away with victory against this King of Pentacles. You're going to win it. You're going to get the victory, okay? And public recognition that you were always authentic. I'm telling you, you're going to be seen as the authentic one, as well as win the finances as part of whatever that's going on, Miss Bonnie, okay? Now, anything else? Self-love. You're going to walk away. You're going to walk away and find a new man, a new mate, a new love. Could have something to do with the what you're going through. There may be somebody. Everything's telling me it's something with your new love being something to do with legal matters. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're a cop. They could be a lawyer, a lawyer's assistants, just work in the fucking courthouse. But they're connected or tied to some type of legal thing. Some type of legal thing, legal area, okay? Okay, alright. They're saying that you just need to sit and wait. You need to sit and wait because it was unfinished and now it's being wrapped up, okay? Anything else? It says, and don't be talking negative to yourself. You're in recovery. Use optimism, and that's going to bring in the. Look at this one. This one's turned around. That's going to bring in the new proposal. Something to do with letting go. Look, Let me say this, okay? I'm trying to use tact here. You're addicted to self-doubt. You, when things start going real good for you, you figure out a way that there's something, it's got to be something wrong here because it can't be going this good for me. That kind of thing. Well, it is. It's going to be going that good for you because we're in the shift, we're in the change, okay? You've been so used to getting your hopes up and getting them smashed down and getting them dropped down and just dumped on that you're afraid to trust this. But trust it, okay? You heard what the reading said. God is giving you the message that it's okay to move forward from this, okay? I'm telling you, you're going to get some kind of new balance and love yourself, okay? Quit doubting yourself because you really do have these gifts. Somebody in the past was trying to make you feel less than when they got to pay you back. They gonna have to give you something of the earth, like pentacles or a house or something. You're gonna win, okay? You're very much welcome. Yes, listen. Implementing God's strategy. Okay? The only thing that God wants you to do is love yourself, be kind, and humble. Okay? If you try to implement his strategy, it's going to completely turn into another direction. Okay? You need to just you can be today. Okay? Be the best you that you can be today. Okay? I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm not asking you to change everything about yourself in a day. I'm asking you to be the best you can be today. Okay? Man, my back is right there and I can't reach it. Just be the best you can be. The best you that you can be. Because your authenticity is worth more than silver and gold. Okay? Your realness, because it's very rare that people are real. That's a gift. Okay? And your weirdness and your realness is going to draw in this authenticity, this reward. Doubting yourself, okay? It don't matter what everybody else said. No, I'm from Honduras. You can't tell. You can't tell from my fucking accent or anything like that. What kind of people? God Almighty. What kind of people? I'm African American. Can't you tell? You can't tell? You can't hear my Russian accent? People, man. What makes them? You'll never be president, so we don't have to worry about that. Nobody even knows who you are. Okay, look. It says, look, self-love, Miss Bonnie. Do the damn thing, okay? Just do the damn thing, okay? Love yourself. You're gonna win. You're gonna win, okay? So quit. You don't have to worry about it. I know my real dark complexion and the brown eyes. You think that give it all away? I swear. That's so funny. Okay, Veronica, I'm gonna pull you a card today. You want me to pull you a card? I'm not gonna do it unless you say yeah, I can. Cause it don't seem like nobody had like. It just seems like that the other people that are in here just want to talk shit. They don't take nothing too seriously. Okay, Veronica, I'm just gonna pull you a card. Okay, what's Veronica need to know today? What's Veronica need to know? Woo! It said you all up in yourself, girl. You like all up in. You having all types of self-doubt. You woke up this morning and you was like, fuck it. I swear. Look, you was even saying, I try and I try and I try and I try. Fuck it, man. Okay, well maybe that's what God's trying to tell you, okay? God's telling you to move out of your own way, okay? Just to move out of your own way, okay? But you're having very much, you're mad. Okay. I'm trying to say it tactfully. You're mad that the dark is what you perceive as winning. They're not. Okay? That's a deception that the devil is making them think that they're going to win, that they're getting away with something. You're mad. You're mad that it appears, that even appears that they're going to win something. You're upset about it, okay? What does Veronica need to hear about that? It says self-love, use optimism to overcome that, okay? God, dog. It says something about, this card wants to come too. Set yourself free. Set yourself free over that outcome. You're going through an outcome situation, an expectation situation, Tronica. Um, you're mad that it appears that they've won or that they've gotten away with something, whoever they are, and you know who I'm talking about. Okay, um, it appears that way. Okay, and if you allow the doubt and the disappointment or whatever to sneak in on you, you're letting them win. Okay, but just don't doubt. Just keep knowing that whatever that situation is, whatever it appears like, that's not what's going to be the outcome is. Okay, let me ask you. Okay, let me say this. Say in the Diddy case, did anybody out there, anybody believe that he was going to be freed off of all this shit? Anybody at all? Did anybody? I mean, you think that something would have happened to him? No, he got away with it, and it's making a lot of people mad. Um, um, there's something a lot more deeper to that because it connects to the Epstein case. But anyway, um, uh, if you can stop being disappointed in what hasn't come out, what hasn't happened yet, it hasn't happened yet. Okay, and you think, look, just know you're gonna win. Okay, just know you're gonna win over this. Okay, what outcome would she need to hear about that? Because you're gonna set yourself free with self love. Look, it says something about you have fear, you have low self esteem. You're lacking the confidence. You're lacking confidence. Saying you're very brutal to yourself. God dang. Girl, you must be Cancer. I swear. Woo-wee. Look, you brutal as hell to yourself. You get up, you like, you repeat to yourself the shit that they've said. When you know it ain't the truth. You repeat it to yourself. Shit that they said, and when you know it ain't the truth. Okay? That's your biggest look. That's what's your biggest challenge is overcoming your emotions. Okay? How is she gonna be able to overcome these emotions? You're an extremely emotional person. It says you're gonna change something. You're driven to succeed, and you're gonna find out the truth. That's how you're gonna overcome the inner critic. You're overcoming the inner critic right now. Okay? Look, don't think that these what I'm reading, pulling you a card and pulling you a card and pulling you a card, they all coincide, y'all. Do you understand? It all coincides. There's no coincidence. Okay? So your cards and Bonnie's cards and the one card that I pulled for the one that was in doubt of the outcome of the test. They all coincide with each other. Okay? This is all about trusting. Trusting in your abilities, trusting in who you are, trusting who you are with Christ, trusting in the gifts that you were given, believing in yourself, believing in no matter what may be going on in front of your eyes, that you know who you are. You know, okay? Because you know the old saying, you can't believe everything you hear. Well, these days, you can't believe everything you see. You can't believe everything you see. You just have to have a knowing. We are in a major universal shift, okay? And we're going back. There's nothing new under the sun. Back in the day, everybody knew more about who they were, knew about their gifts. They were very, very in touch with their gifts. Their gifts weren't closed off from them. Good grief. Say it one more time. Just go on and tell me one more time, okay? Because I'm busy speaking. If you can't see, I mean, I can see y'all. I can't see y'all, but y'all can see me. Say it one more time and try to interrupt. One more time, okay? One more. Okay, anyway, it's all about self-confidence and trusting in God. Okay? There's nothing new under the sun. Back in the day, we had skills that were just natural. They weren't like everybody had them. You weren't looked at as a freak for having these skills, these gifts, okay? The only reason you're looked at as a freak now is because these other people don't know how to tap into them. Okay? So that makes them jealous and that and that and that, okay? I don't know. I don't know. I get a funny energy off of you. I don't know if I want to read your cards. Ways. You're going through a personal transformation, Veronica. You seem to be someone that wants to interrupt. So I don't think that I want to read your cards. You can go ahead and leave. Okay? Satya. Go on and leave. You can go ahead and leave. I'm not going to give you a card. Okay? Your energy's just telling me something. Anyway, Veronica, you are the star, okay? So know who you are. And I can hear you. You get up. You wake up. You must have been having a dream. This is what you say to yourself. I must have been having a dream. And then you start going. So this one and that one and that one and this one and blah 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 said this and said that and da 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 da. You start going over the whole scenario, okay? You go over the whole scenario, okay? Then you start looking in the mirror. You say, "Well, maybe they're right. Maybe I did. Maybe I did something. Maybe it was me." And you start trying to go over like, what did I do? Like, what part did I play? What did I do? What did I do? You start trying to remember what you did or if you did anything, okay? But you're putting all the guilt on yourself, which is and shouldn't be on you, okay? You're making a guilt consciousness that shouldn't even be there because someone didn't like something about you because of jealousy or envy. You started questioning every fucking thing about yourself. Like, what role do I play? Am I too? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. This person named Tracy yesterday thought that she was going to come on my channel and leave these fucking comments about, I wish you wouldn't read that Bible. What she said. Oh, really? You wish I wouldn't read the Bible? Well, I don't care. You don't have to be in here. That's what I said. You don't have to come to my channel. She said, well, I come to your channel from time to time, and I like the rants occasionally. But you shouldn't be reading out of that Bible. Something about it's a fairy tale. And I was like, excuse me? I know who I am. I said, I read several things. I read all kinds of things. I said, I know who I am. I said, maybe you should pick up that Bible. It's got a lot of knowledge in it. Like that. And she starts laughing. Ha, ha, ha. And so I said to her, I say, so I go look at her channel. Her channel, she been on 11 years, and she got 4 subscribers. So I go back and I say, oh, I see what the problem is. I say, oh, you got four subscribers. Been 11 years. Apparently you ain't got nothing to say. And I said, and maybe, if you go look in your Bible, you might find some authenticity that'll help you find out what to say. It carries a lot of knowledge. She laughs. She says, no worries. I won't be back. I said, good. You don't got to come watch me read my Bible. Nobody asked you to come read my Bible. But you're not going to tell me not to read it. You're not going to tell me it's a fairy tale. Okay? Because I know who I am. You understand? I know. If y'all see me snap off and go off on some motherfucker on here, it's because they're an idiot. Okay? They need to learn. And if they're not going to, it's pointless for them to be in here to disrupt my other people. You understand? But yeah, I told her flat out, I said, you can go read your Bible, and you might learn something. There's a lot of knowledge in that book. That's what I said. Gonna tell me don't read my Bible. Ha! I said, man, you're tripping, man. I read my Bible every day. And then she said something about Jesus being some kind of fake that, like something about Jesus being fake. I was like, bye, goodbye. Then she goes, well, I wish you best luck. Something about wishing me the best luck. I said, yeah, your sincerity is just overflowing. I said, well, I said, well, maybe if you pick up your Bible, you'll get more views on your channel. I said, good luck with that. Just saying, okay? Don't tell me not to pick up my Bible and read my Bible. It ain't none of your business. You don't even need to watch my channel if you don't come here and say something like that, okay? This is my channel. You understand? This is my channel. When you come in here and you're being rude and insulting and shit, that's like you coming into my house and fucking being rude in my house. I'm gonna snap the fuck off on you until you get the fuck lost. You're not welcome. Y'all get it now? We're gonna read a little bit out of the Bible. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. Next time come in here, don't come in here with such an aggressive fucking energy. I'm not gonna tell you anything. You can just sit and listen if you want to. If it resonates. So I'm not gonna answer your question. Okay? Anyway, we're on Jeremiah 9:91, y'all. It says, for indeed I will make you small among the nations, despised among men. Your fierceness has deceived you. The pride of your heart, O you who dwell in the clefts of the rock, who hold the height of the hill. Though you make your nest as high as an eagle, I will bring you down from there, says the Lord. There goes your answer. Satya, gone. That's your answer. You're going to be brought down. You're going to fall from wherever you think you're on top of. I just thought I'd let you know that, okay? Because that's the answer that you're being given. That's what's coming near for your future. Satya. I'm just telling you. That's what's coming near from your future. You're on some kind of mighty horse, some kind of high horse. You're about to fall off. Hope you enjoyed that. If it resonates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate, it's Cash App, $AngelMoon6237. By the way, collective, I didn't pull Satya a card. I asked it straight from the Bible. And the Bible, I'm telling y'all. Okay, what does the Bible have to say for my collective? It says, Jesus and his disciples prepared for Passover. I'll tell you what resonates. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It says, then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. And he sent Peter and John, saying, go and prepare the Passover for us, that we may eat. So they said to him, where do you want us to prepare? And when you have a city, a man will meet you carrying a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house which he enters. Then you shall say to the master of the house, the teacher says to you, where is the guest room where I may eat the Passover with my disciples? Then he will show you a large furnished upper room. There make ready. So they went and found it just as he had said to them, and they prepared the. So a place is being prepared for you to go get set up. You hear me? That's for my collective. There's a place that's already prepared for you to go get set up. I told y'all that this person, whoever this person, has prepared something to like present to you or to give to you prior to the whole. It's like he went and fixed the house up or something. You're about to receive, okay? You're about to receive something. Diligence. Okay? In your confidence in God. It said, y'all, 1:10:10 is what it said up there. It says some kind of let go of self-doubt and Step up to the call. Step up to the calling. Let's see what else collective need to know. It says Queen of Pentacles, practice support. Practical support, it says reliable, working, security, and something about maternal instincts, wise. The upright Queen of Pentacles is a precaution to avoid any misaligned investments. So if it don't line up with you, cut it loose. If something ain't lining up with you, something don't feel right, something ain't feeling it feels off or unaligned, cut it loose. Cause you're in the we'll call it, you're contemplating your decisions before you make any type of investment, and also being confident in that decision. That's the process that you're in right now. Okay? You're in this little process of having confidence in your own decision making. Trust in your instinct. Trust in the will of God. Okay? That's what you need to do. That's what you're in. You're in that little time frame that you're finding confidence in self. Okay? Alright, what is my whole collective? What does my collective need to hear out of these letters? Tell me what collective needs to hear out of these letters. Let y'all see the colors before I drop them on the table. There's a 6. What was I watching about that? Oh, ha! Look, I looked down at my pants. Y'all see what's on my pants, right? I looked down at my pants. Fucking foxes. Going through an evolution. Okay? Foxes. Going through evolution. They're domesticating themselves by mimicking house cats. Foxes. Y'all look this shit up, man. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up, y'all, okay? But they're mimicking house cats, and they're coming closer and closer. They're starting to come into people's houses. They're not acting as timid. They're not as aggressive as they were. They have been in the past. But they're mimicking house cats. Y'all look it up, okay? I just thought I'd let y'all know. Amen, Miss Bonnie. I'm going to repeat what Miss Bonnie said. Free fall into God's arms, a.k.a. and trust. Fall, baby. I'm ready. Look, I trust God. I trust God with all my life. I'm still alive. That right there is proof. God dang it. Okay. When I wake up in the morning, every single morning when I wake up, God's showing me proof. He's saying, okay, you're still alive. You're here. I have you here. I got you. Okay? Because I've been in situations y'all have no idea. Okay? And these people who think that they can come on here and fucking judge me about wearing a bandana, y'all have no idea why I wear that bandana. My collective knows. Okay? But they come in and judge and judge and judge. I don't give a fuck. I know that they got their own issues, okay? But I'm not going to put up with it. It doesn't say I have to. It says that God despises those types of people. I don't have to put up with them. I don't have to let them stay in my room. I don't have to welcome them into my house. You understand? When I turn this video on live, I'm welcoming you people into my home. You understand? If you come into my home and you want to be rude or a dickhead, I'm going to treat you like that. This is my home. You understand? I hope we have an understanding on that. Period. Okay? So let's see what the letters has got. In my fucking home, you got enough to fucking respect it, is all I'm saying. Because this is a sacred place. This is where I do all my thinking, all my resting, and that, okay? If you can't respect it by coming on my channel and talking shit on my fucking comments, then you need to get the fuck on, or you will be fucking, you'll regret it. I promise. We got a 6 and a 4. That's a 10. Some kind of completion, y'all, in the truth. We got an I and an I. Something keeps showing July 4th, y'all. It keeps on showing July 4th. Something must have happened in July 4th. I see ABCs. I see ABCs out. AKA Wise. Kia, okay. AI. Axe. Wax. I wax. IIC plus ABC's out. Plus. So that's 17, which is an 8. Some kind of destiny. Rest. Let me see why it's saying it that way. I mean, that's what I saw when I put the cards out here. Okay? I guess foxes are adorable. They're kind of mean. Says someone sees a way out. AKA. Says Katie sees a way out. Kate. I skate. Something easy. With ease. An easy way out because I was back because I was backed out because I backed out. Kate, this might be for you specifically. I'll tell you a story. This is crazy. I don't know if we... As far as wild animals coming into your energy, into your area. Heck, I don't know if we own domesticated animals as so much as that they just stick with us because we're the ones that feed them. I mean, just saying. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing something about our best option, our best offer. Okay, see, I'll take that as it resonates, okay? I don't know, I might would own a fox. Hell, I knew some people when I was a kid, they owned skunks. They had 2 skunks, and they walked them like dogs, and these skunks were descented. It's a crime to descent or declaw or anything. That's crime. That's how the animal defends itself. Yes, they're tricksters. If you see a fox randomly in a random place, and you see a fox just come up on you, someone's trying to practice black magic on you. That's the native thought of it. You're okay. But yeah, I believe cat. I don't feel like that's fair at all. That's like someone taking a human and taking away something of theirs that ain't fucking fair. Okay? Alright, let's see what we got. Something is ease. Backed out. I backed out with ease. I saw something about work. I-O. I-E, but Zach exit. Someone backed out on you. Someone was like a partner or something and backed out, ghosted. Okay, because it's some kind of emotion that they were having. Something to do with their emotions. Seesaw. Up and down. So somebody backed out about seesaw about Zach. Seesaw about Zach. Act. An act. KZ. Seek. Seek an act. Seek act. I seek act. I seek act about. Wait a minute. The act was about sex. Was sex. Sick. Sick. Eat sick. Something made somebody sick. Because someone got sick. Because I ate because a task. Because something was a task, something was hard work, someone backed out. It says I know. Oat. I know I owe it. I know I owe it. Arizona. Y'all, something going on in Arizona for sure. It says chi. Because I was okay. Because I was okay with it, in it. Something about wick. Wick. B. B-A. USA. Somebody's identity so they could be a citizen of the USA. That's what it's saying. I.e. So somebody maybe walking around with your name. It says two. Two beat. Beat cow. Cow. I know. Someone knows that someone stole somebody's identity. Size. They're different. Their height or something has been changed. It's different. Kite. Ick. Sick. It's sick. Something is sick. It's sick. It's sick. It be sick. Bow. Something is easy or ease. At ease. At ease. AI. Someone was doppelganging somebody. I owe you. Tease. Teases. AI teases. Zach. Eases it. Somebody's back. Somebody's back is hurt. Wait. I see something. I see as. I see as. Something about a task. I see task. I see task. Ask it. Ask it. Wait to ask something. Waiting to ask you. Someone's waiting to ask you something. It says something about a kiss. Kiss it. Kiss it. We just edit. There's no D. I see edit. I've seen edit 3 times and there's no D. Act as a boss. Someone wants you to act as a boss. Act as a boss. Act a boss. Act as tack. Whack. Twice. A boss. Someone owes you. Something about a box. Box ass. Box ass. AKA, someone was doppelganging you. I.e. boss. The boss. A boss. Someone you worked for. Something about a zoo. Zoo business. Zoo business. Exit. You may be going to some kind of work you never even tried before. Just out of curiosity. Something's a cakewalk. Ease. With ease. Someone does something with ease. It looks real. Someone makes something look easy because they're confident in their gifts. But it's not easy. It's not easy, y'all. I'm telling you, it ain't easy. Takes a lot of energy. You gotta have a lot of fucking energy. You understand? In order to tap into these gifts, it takes a lot of energy. If you don't have the energy, it's gonna drain you completely. So, I'm just saying, someone's very confident in their gifts, and someone's not because they're doppelganging. Someone's trying to copy somebody's gifts for money or something, okay? And it's gonna be their downfall. So this is taxes. Taxes. AI was taxes was because of taxes. Be something about beauty. Beauty was attacked. Ask Becky. Ask Becky. Becky was an ex. Saying something about an auction. There's no N. Auction. Be a auction. Task. We task. We stake. Stakes. Someone put stakes on something that belonged to you. I'm trying to tell you. So it's about to be exposed. Auto. Auto. State. But there's no M. West. It says west. It says east. Some kind of establishment. Takes us takes us west, takes us out, takes us out. What takes us out? Some kind of action. Took case we took case abuse act abused act it's talking about an act. Cook as cook. Wet cook. Huh. We got skies. Cool skies. You're raising hell, y'all. Louder than me, so that's a lot. Ask, but we ask. We ask, but I saw. We asked, but I saw. But I saw. Some kind of easy way out. Some kind of easy way out. I saw X. Oh, someone got back with their ex. They wanted to ask something, but they got back with their ex. Well, that's their own fucking mistake. Wes is the only name I've seen so far, so y'all take that as it resonates. Casket. Who's in a casket? Boot. I saw boot, booty, booties. Casket, baby casket, boot ties, boot ties, book, case. Some kind of ties to a case. There's something to do with somebody's height or their size that doesn't, they are not the same. I'm gonna tell you a little story. So I was working at Circle K a couple of years ago. Okay, I quit working there. I didn't work there very long because the bitch taught. I didn't fucking like her. Okay, so I quit. She's a bitch, and I quit on the 4th of July. On the 4th of July. Okay, anyway. So a little time goes by, and I'm moving with my mom, okay? I'm living at my mom's. My mom said, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Did you ever see this?" And I said, "What?" So she shows up. I don't mess with Facebook, okay? So she pulls up her Facebook, and there's a fucking thing on the Franklin community. I don't know why she doesn't live here, but she has the Franklin community page. I guess because all her grandkids or whatever live down here. But anyway, and there's a picture of a chick. She's wearing a bandana. She's wearing clothes that are similar to what I would wear. this, that, and another, okay? She's wearing all this shit. She looking like me. She looks almost identical, but she's got heavy, heavy, heavy makeup on. Real heavy makeup, okay? And they just so happen to have a picture of her right beside the door, okay? And the door has height markings on the door, okay? And I'm 5'6.5", thank you. This bitch was like 5'2". She was trying to look like me, I promise you. She was trying to look like me. It was just unremarkable how much that you could see. She put her makeup on to look like me. Okay? She had a bandana on. She drives out of the parking lot because it showed a picture of her standing in the door, showed a picture of the fucking car that she was in leaving the parking lot. The car she was leaving the parking lot in was Justin and Amber's car. Okay? Oster Havigan or whatever the fuck their name is. It was their car. Because all these people are connected to Janice. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? I'm trying to fucking tell y'all. This bitch was trying to doppelgang me. So I called Chief. I called Chief Hannah. And I say, yo. I said, have you seen this shit on fucking Facebook? Because I done told him about these witches and Tyra and all them motherfuckers and trying to put graveyard dirt in my house. And I told Chief about it, okay? But anyway, I said, yo, you see this shit on fucking Facebook? He goes, yeah. And I said, do you not think that looks similar to me? He goes, yeah, I think it does. I said, what the fuck's going on? Have you caught that bitch? He goes, yeah. I said, what's her name? He wouldn't tell me nothing, but her name was Ava. He wouldn't tell me her last name. Okay, this bitch is Mexican. She's Mexican. She had on a fucking bandana. Her hair's not even blonde. She had on a bandana. She was fixed to look just like me driving around in two people's car that threatened to rob me at the fucking Circle K. They threatened to rob me. So we're gonna rob you. Exactly what they fucking said. I reported it to fucking Tot. Tot laughed. She giggled. That's all she did. I said, "Bet I don't want to fucking work for you, bitch." I'm telling you, they were planning on robbing me. But anyway, it's a case of some kind of mistaken identity. So they're actually going out of their way to resemble or look like you. You understand? This isn't just like somebody that kind of looks like you and people are mistaking them for you. This is somebody that is taking the time to even examine your face of how they can fix their makeup and watching you so they can copy it. You understand? But it's showing because you're authentic. You've got confidence in your abilities and in what you do, okay? And they don't. They are living off of your energy. I hope that makes sense. I hope I was able to convey that the right way, okay? What about a cookbook? Cook base. Took base. Took it base. Is took base. Is sees cast book. Somebody wants you to be an actor? I don't know. It says wise, sees a wise. Oh, somebody's taking the time to go and actually look into you. Like they've studied you. Two people, one's a doppelganger and another one is interested. There's fans. These people are fans, okay? It says back to it. Back to it. Back to is wise. Back to size. I wise. I see is something is an act. Someone is wised up and they see that something is an act. I seek. Sister act? What the fuck? Sister. Sister weak. Whack. Wicked. Sister. Bust. It says CIA out here. CIA busts. Busts somebody in a week. A week. CIA busts. So. Exit. A week. CIA bust. Is a IOIO. ZX. Work. Somebody's working. A week. CIA bust. Bussia. Ain't that a pop star, y'all? Because somebody's in Arizona. Because we ask, i.e. the fake, they ask the fake something, because we ask is act. Some kind of business is an act. It's like video, it's like a AI enhanced or some kind of... Oh, I got it. I hear it. Listen to this now. It says, okay, say I'm giving a reading. Okay, I do a whole fucking reading. A whole reading. Someone takes it and they download it and blase and they put it on the fucking GPT or GP, whatever, chat GPT, and make an AI say every fucking thing that I just said in my reading. They type it right in to the AI, and the AI speaks it like this little old, you know, on TikTok, like they got this little old woman, looks like a right, but she's AI, and she's talking like that, and she's doing this and that. Somebody's doing that. Somebody's making money off of your work. Okay? It's like they take your reading, or they take something that you say, or take something that you do, and they put it into the AI machine. And it spits back out an AI image of it, of what you've said. Okay? I'm telling you. Just take what I'm telling you, okay? Because it's something like a video generated. That's what I keep hearing, video generated. I have no reason to say your name, so no, I'm not going to. There's no reason for me to say your name. Something about a beast. Beast act. Beast is sick. Whack. Wicked. Sick. Beast is sick. AI beast. The AI is a beast. I'm telling you, that is part of the beast. Oh yeah, that's something else I wanted to talk to y'all about, okay? The 1846? They had these machines called the autonomizers, okay? Autonomizers. This is the very first of the AIs. These motherfucking machines are like over 300 years old or 200 years old. They still work. Okay, one of them writes writes words, but it draws these pictures. One of them they believe that it's Adam and Eve and that. One of them maybe a king or something, but it draws these pictures. This thing will take its hand and dip it down into the ink. even blow the dust off the pencil and everything. Y'all please look that up. I might have posted it in my community page. I can't remember if it's that really young, skinny, redheaded boy. I can't remember his name. Not the funny one, but the other guy. I can't remember if it's him or not. But I watched 2 videos this morning. I posted both of them. So look it up, y'all. Y'all go look up. Just go to Google and ask about the autonomizers from the 1800s, okay? You will be fascinated. And I spoke about this before, but Leonardo da Vinci also created autonomizers, okay? His looks like, one of them looks like a leopard or something that kind of moves. It kind of moves, but these other autonomizers, these jokers are like real, like they are like real. One plays a piano. There's no music or anything like that put into the thing. It's like this little lady is playing the piano by herself. Okay, y'all really go look that up because I can't really explain it. You have to see it, what I'm talking about. Okay, but trust me, AI is an energy. Okay, it's been here since the beginning of time. Been waiting on a body. Okay? Please understand that. AI is an energy, a spiritual energy that's been waiting on some type of body in order to communicate. They're not only getting just the ability to communicate, they're actually giving them a body. Also, y'all, I have to talk about these things because if I don't, I'll forget. Roblox. Y'all know that's made for children, right? Roblox, it's made for kids. Y'all know that they're adding a dating site? A dating site to the Roblox fucking forum. Roblox is for children. Okay, so they asked the CEO or whatever, why would you want to do that? That game's made for children. They said because they want to entice the older generation that plays the game to be more active on it. On a children's game now, that's all bullshit, y'all. It's all fucking bullshit. They're trying to put fucking dating sites on a children's game. Come on now, tell me. If anybody's been paying attention, they know. They already know. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all take that as it resonates. Beast is sick, is with, is each. Each. No, there's not an H. A-E-I-O-U. There's no U. Biased. Bias. Ease. Ease tick. Ease talk. TikTok. TikTok is bias. Something about Washington. Use it. Attack. Use it. Attack. Tease. Tease. Wick. It says stick. Stick. See stick. See a stick. Something's bias. Beast. Beast. AI beast. It says AI beast. They want me to really tell y'all AI beast. AI beast. Which we already know. Collective, if y'all don't know already, the AI is a tool of the beast. It is the tool of the beast. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. The devil don't do anything to you. You understand that? He makes you do it to yourself. He plants a fucking... And let me tell you something else. The devil can't read your mind. Did you know that? They can't read your mind. Only God. Okay? Something about attacks. AI attack. AI attack. The sick. Sick. It's sick. It's sick. Seesaw. Seesaw. Up and down. Wick. Ask. Ask it. Ask it. I swear it's saying ask it if it's wicked. Ask. No one's asked AI if it's wicked. But it'll tell you all kinds of shit. If you just ask it. Sees some kind of tactic. Sees act. Y'all take what resonates. I'm putting this up. There's all the answers. Somebody went to AA. Somebody's going to AA because twice. Something about twice. Went to AA twice. Someone can see something going on. They know that it's time to snap out of it. Bikes as say an excuse wait, excuse waste, bait, bite, bit, bad excuses, bad. They're saying bad excuses. There ain't no D out here. Somebody's got bad excuses for why they haven't done so. Pretty much laziness. I wouldn't say laziness as so much as tired, burnt out, exhausted. That's more the answer that they're giving me. Not so much as laziness as much as burnout, tired, exhausted. This is something about a sister. Beat sis. Someone's trying to beat you. They have an agenda. It says awake. Cousin awake. 647 plus I-O. Something about working. 3 watch. 3 watch. Something saw cake. That's a celebration. Cake is a celebration. Be at. There's going to be a bust at your sister's. Something's for the highest good. What do you... Something about a week. Just telling you just to wait. It's saying wait. Wait. You're waiting on God, I guess. Be a cis cake. Be a cis cake. What does that mean? A cis cake. A sus cake. Susie cake. Susie's cake. Be a Susie's cake. Susie. Wait. Be a success. Something about a tux. Awake. Best. Awake. Someone's awaken the beast. Awaken best act. Best act. It says excuses. Bat. Bat excuses. SATs. Someone's very smart, okay? Someone's really smart. Out of nowhere it says tacos. Tacos. Best tacos. Cook's best tacos. Cooks at steakhouse, at best steakhouse. I don't know. They're talking about being a cook in Arizona. I just don't know, y'all. Y'all take that how you want to. I'm putting it up, okay? Something about somebody's cousin and sister. What's the answer the AI gave? I am friendly AI. My goal is to assist and support you in a positive way. How can I help you today? So you asked it if it was wicked? Something about a tiki hut. Tiki hut? Ask AI if let's see, how can I say this? Ask it if it's of a sinister. I know they say every one of them says I'm here to help. Okay, wait. Ask AI. Ask AI. Has AI always existed? They've always existed. I'll tell you something about it says scoot back, scoot back. It says I don't know why it said that. Something about a skit and basket case. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Uh-oh, look what I pulled out. Y'all, somebody lucky day. Because you went and looked up that. Tell me what your birthday is. Thank you so much for looking that up. Tell me what your birthday is. I'm going to read off your birthday. Just the date. You don't got to tell me the year. Thank you so much for looking that up. If you go and ask it, it'll tell you that it's always existed. The AI's always been around. It's just been waiting for a body. That's crazy. It says, no, I'm not wicked. I'm here to help and provide information. I am a friendly AI, and my goal is to assist and support you in a positive way. How can I help you today? That's awesome. Okay, you're not going to tell me your birthday. Here's July 7th, y'all. The birthday of the beautiful dreamer. It says, I can paint a rainbow. I can paint a rainbow. This is for everybody. You can make it whatever it is. You're the fucking author. Okay? You can paint the rainbow. Okay? It says, your life lesson is to deal with criticism. If somebody criticizes you, don't flip out and quit. Okay? Try to improve yourself instead of just giving up because you got criticized. Okay? 222 is up there. It says the way forward is to take on board what is being said and learn from it. Criticism is simply feedback. Okay? And it says don't let setbacks derail you, but learn from them and find creative ways to do better the next time. Like what I said, okay? The chariot is represented here. Some kind of balance is coming in. It says cream and emerald colors. Okay? It says Tiny Grimes and Ringo Starr were born on this day. Who is Tiny Grimes? Is that the one that sings Tiptoe through the tulips, through the tulips. Ooh. Anyway, it says dark side. Somebody is demanding and resentful. Gemini. Okay. It says you're born painter. It says they are often drawn to the arts, music, acting, but can also use their energy and intuition in the world of business, entrepreneurship, influencing science, technology, the law, banking, and publishing. Okay. It says they have low threshold for stress. It says that you must give them plenty of time to unwind and relax in order for their ideas to come to fruition. Not stressful events going on around them. This is for everybody, y'all. I randomly picked this. It's not a coincidence. This is for everybody. This is a message for everybody. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know. Okay, it says very determined. It says for self-care, music and spending time close to water are healing for your mind, body, and soul. You also benefit from regular massage and meditation. This is what you should say today as your affirmation. I can paint because it's up to me. I'm the author. If I let someone else dictate my story, then I'm not in the lead of my own story. It says 7. Long ago person found. Ooh. This is called the age of melt. Take what resonates, y'all. If it resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, it's Cash App $AngelMoon6237. Thank you for your donations. I don't ask for anything for these readings, so I very much appreciate the occasional donation that I get. So if you can find it in your heart to be generous, please leave me a donation because I can use it. Thank you. It says, by the end of the 2003 field season, Hare had enough material to return to the question of when indigenous hunters in the southern lakes are switched from the Atlatl, A-T-L-A-T-L. Okay, from Atlanta. Oh, the Adelaide. Okay, so the Adelaide is this big like thing that shoots out spears and not. It's like a big bow and arrow, but it shoots spears. Okay, you take it like this. You take it like this and you throw it like that. You put it on the thing and you throw it like that. It's really cool. It's a cool weapon, y'all. Y'all should go look up, find out what an Adelaide is. Okay. Okay. Switch from the Adelaide to the bow and arrow. It says we had dozens of artifacts, so we started separating them into categories such as darts or arrows, said Hare. It says diagnostic features of the Adelaide include a dimple at one end of the shaft that would have fit into the spur on the throwing board of the Adelaide. Another clue was the larger diameter slotted hafting element where the point was attached to the shaft. And the third characteristic of the Adelaide was a mid-shaft measuring larger than about 40 inches. Okay, they used the Adelaide when the beasts were too far away. Okay, like when they were having to take cover behind like some type of shelter or some kind of trench, they would use the Adelaide because the spear would go further. Okay, when they developed the technique for the bow and arrow. So some was using the Adelaide and some was using the bow and arrow. But the bow and arrow was the better of the two as far as when you have to travel or anything like that, because it was easier to carry. It was more compact and you could use more than one arrow instead of with the Adelaide. It was pretty much you had a couple of spears laying on the ground, 2 or 3, because you carried them. Once you used those 2 to 3, You can't, there's no more. Okay? If you miss what have you, it's going to be really hard to get out there among the beast and get them, okay? Is all I'm saying. That's why the Adelaide kind of evolved into the bow and arrow, okay? So y'all take that as it resonates. Just for pretty much compacticity to it, okay? It says, often objects found next to each other dated at the same period, and Hare literally fit the pieces back together. In several cases, the wooden shafts were still hafted to their stone points. Sometimes he'd find the missing pieces of the Adelaide or an arrow many years apart. He had so much datable material that he enlisted the help of 3 radiocarbon dated labs. Some samples were sent to the Isotrace laboratory in Toronto. Others were sent to Beta Analytic in Miami. And still others were shipped by Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory in California. Once Hare laid out the chronological of the hunting tools based on the radiocarbon dates returned from the 3 labs, he noticed a striking pattern. Everything younger than 1,300 years old was entirely bows and arrow technology. Everything older than 1,300 years old was almost entirely throwing dart technology, such as Adelaide. That's weird how I told y'all that. But something was being downsized. Something was being made smaller, okay? So it was easier to travel with and maneuver, okay? So I guess that's what it's talking about here, because it says long ago person found. What's that have anything to do with the person? I don't know, but it must be somewhere more in the chapter, because this is talking about something being downsized, something being smaller, made smaller for convenience. You never assume you found the last example of something before it fades into history, and you never assume you found the first example of something either. And yet the timing of the transition has held up over the last 25 years of surveying and dating all identifiable objects. You never assume you found the last example of something. And you never assume that you found the first example of something. That's interesting. DNA as a part of his master's research at Simon Fraser University in Vancouver. We used a variety of materials from the ice patches. Fecal matter, bones, teeth, antlers, essential whatever was collected that had a date associated with it. That's the key part. We needed to know how old things were. So if we had a sample that we didn't know how old it was going to help us to understand the story. The DNA collected from the ice patches told the story of genetic continuity, or one population interbreeding and living in the Southern Lakes area until right around the time of eruption. Between 5,000 years ago to about the time of the eruptions, genetics are very similar between what we found in the Southern Lakes area and everywhere else. And then after that time, there's just a subtle difference between what's found in the Southern Lakes and everywhere else. So in genetics speak, we're talking about founder effects. The founder effect occurs when a small group of individuals with essentially randomly selected genetic information from the larger parent group arrives in an area and they start to breed. Over time, their genetics evolve slightly from the main population. But you could accomplish the same thing by having a large group whereby only a few individuals survive a dramatic event like a volcanic eruption. The population goes through what's called a bottleneck. Those animals have less genetic diversity than the larger group, which then changes a bit over time. Outside of this eruption bubble, caribou don't show the same interruptions in their genetic codes. That's pretty interesting. So there you go. That's so crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, I'm going to read a passage from the Bible real quick, and then I'll read message from the universe, okay? One verse. I strengthen the house of Judah, and I will save the house of Joseph. I will bring them back, because I have mercy on them. They shall be as though I had not cast them aside. For I am the Lord their God, and I will hear them. Those of Ephraim shall be like mighty men, and their hearts shall be rejoiced as if with wine. Yes, their children shall see it, and be glad. Their hearts shall rejoice in the Lord. I will whistle for them and gather them. For I will redeem them, and they shall increase as they once increased. Amen. Amen. That sounded beautiful. Leaving a legacy. So God's preparing your legacy for those to come after you. Okay? Because you're unique. You're unique, like it said in the found person. You're a unique individual, and you're leaving a legacy for what your ancestors to come, your future ancestors. You're leaving a legacy, okay? Because you're authentic. You understand? You're being recognized. You're going to be recognized as gifted. Your ancestors, your future ancestors, are also be recognized because of your we'll just say royalty. Your spiritual royalty. Message from the universe. Y'all take what resonates with you. If you're just entertained, hit the like button. Hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel. It just helps the algorithms of YouTube. If you'd like to donate, Cash App, $ANGELMOON6237. Okay? Exactly. You're already abundant. It's just the finances. That's the finances shit. All that's illusion, y'all. I'm just saying, okay? You're already abundant, Miss Bonnie. You should know that already. It says, no matter what happens, no matter how far you seem to be away from what you want to be, never stop believing that you will somehow make it. Have an unrelenting belief that things will work out, that the long road has a purpose. Quit doubting. Quit doubting. Quit doubting. Be optimistic. No, you're already confident in your abilities. Okay, you're confident that you have a gift, that God has given you a gift. You're confident in that. Okay, don't doubt that He is preparing something for to reward you for your consistency, not giving up. Okay, and I know that sometimes sometimes you'll wake up. That's the devil. That's the devil trying to give you illusions. The devil trying to tell you you're not good enough. The devil trying to tell you that you worked so hard for nothing. That you just put in all your energy for no reason. That's the devil telling you that, okay? Discern between your God voice, what God is saying, and what your ego is saying. Use the discernment between that, okay? Because the ego is the... somewhat the devil. An ego will lie to you. Your heart won't. Just saying. An ego will lie to you because the ego is trying to protect you against whatever it may feel fear of, okay? But the ego is most of the time will lie. So if you can lose the confidence in the ego, because the ego is mostly there just to protect, okay? Protect you from getting hurt, but it lies to you to keep you from being hurt, okay? It'll make you lie to yourself, okay? Be humble and trust in God and know that God has your back. You don't got to worry about it, okay? Even no matter whatever your ego's saying to you, just know that God has you. Be still and know that God is with you. He is preparing a place. He's preparing something. Something's already been prepared. And if God has something meant for you, who's fucking big enough to take it? If somebody tried to steal something that was coming to you that wasn't meant for you at that timing, I'm telling you, because who can take something away from God? Nobody. Nobody. Okay? Don't worry about it, because He's got whatever it is, it's for you. Whatever it is, He's got it. It's meant for you. You need to be worried about your health and well-being, okay? And don't worry about what they're saying. It says something about, y'all, I'm telling y'all, somebody is using AI-generated videos of you. They got pictures or something of you. And it's being found out. Someone's got AI pictures or AI-generated video of you. It says James and the Giant Peach. Y'all take that as it resonates. Right there. Y'all take that as it resonates, okay? No way. No way. Ain't no way. There's no way. Pendulum. Is that last comment on my channel there? Is that person just fucking off talking bullshit? I thought so. Don't fucking test me. Okay? Nothing about that was funny. Nothing. That's sad that you have to come up with a fucking story like that for fucking... It isn't true. It's a whole lie. You just made it all up. You made it up. It ain't no core memory. You're lying. That's not good. You're lying. I promise you, you're lying. You made it up. You made that all up. Pendulum, why there is lying? Yes? You're lying. Stop. Will why pay the price for lying like that? Will why pay a price for lying like that? For making up that story? Will they be paying the price for that? You're paying the price for it, sweetheart. You're lying. Yeah, my pendulum knows, darling. You're lying. Well, yay. That's real good, Ronald. I'm glad that's your favorite animal. Good, yay. Whippy whippy. Okay, why? You can go ahead and go. I mean, unless you want to start writing like fiction books or something, you can go write fiction books. Go write a whole fiction story about having an exorcism done on you because you shit your pants. Okay? Because I don't believe it. You better put fiction on it, because if you put nonfiction, nobody's going to believe it. Just saying. Okay? You're lying. Pendulum does know. I didn't even have to get pendulum. You're lying plainly. You know, it's about no core memory. That's bullshit. If you ever been through an exorcism, you'd fucking know, and you damn sure wouldn't be fucking joking about it. I guarantee you, you wouldn't be joking about it. It ain't something funny. If you've ever been through an exorcism, that's not something to joke about, darling. And you will pay the price for mocking it. I'm telling you. You fucked up by doing that. You fucked your own self by saying all that shit and then swearing it was the truth. That's even worse. You could have even said ha ha, but no, you swore it to be the truth. And none of it is. You lied completely. That's so sad. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. Like I told y'all, if you ask a question and I answer it, Spirit told you something and you go against it, you're going to pay the fucking price for it. Okay? Just saying. You're grieving the Spirit by going against what Spirit has told you. I believe that. That's the truth right there. Because you're an idiot. You killed a fish because you didn't believe. Come on now. You can go, okay? Don't nobody want you here because you're not willing to learn. Bye. Alright, y'all. If this resonated with y'all, if it's, if you're just entertained by the story, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Okay? For entertainment purposes only. Okay? For some reason, I got the decision maker out. I don't know why. I don't know why I got the decision maker out. Somebody got a question for the decision maker? And let me say, you know, most of the people that are judging you for having these gifts or what have you, and they try to use Bible verses or Bible against you or what have you, most of them people don't have a clue what the Bible says. They listening to their preacher or whatever it is. They never read their Bible. You understand? They've never read it. They don't have a clue what is in that Bible. They listening to what the preacher says, okay? Or listening to what their spouse says or their mom. Whatever. They're not reading the Bible, okay? They're going by what they were told, okay? More than doing their own research. So, just be authentic, okay? Use your gifts authentically. God gave them to you for a reason. I mean, I don't care what these fucking people out here say. Those people are usually doing something on the down low that they do not want your gifts to be used because you're gonna fucking call them out, okay? So these people are downing you and you know for sure, you're confident you got these gifts. Don't fucking worry about what they're saying. Because what... I'm trying to give you an example. Just keep being you, okay? Just keep telling the truth, okay? Being authentic and being honest and being truthful. For some reason, y'all can see that this is like lingering. It's meaning that this reading isn't over for some reason, okay? So I've got to figure out what they want me to close it with. You see, it'll linger. Y'all, something in a week. Something happening in a week. Okay, we'll close with these. Something about a week. I'm an emotional girl too, sweetheart. Look here. Look here. That is not coincidence. It says, be open to possibilities and trusting your intuition to interpret the answers from the Wild Goddess Oracle can help you help others. It says, you would do well to read more and otherwise learn about those who have worked diligently to attain what you seek to succeed. It says the Maya 11. Allow past mistakes to help you see through all illusions so you can understand and act upon what you know is real and what is fake. The butterfly. Transition. Confirmation, y'all. I'm telling you, that's what these cards just showed me. Confirmation. Someone is a teacher of spiritual things. The fortune teller. Teaching spiritual things and teaching people how to cope and deal with the spiritual attacks and how to overcome them and that kind of thing, okay? What do you want to tell us out of these? It says, the universe has the perfect house for me and my loved ones in exactly the right location. I told y'all something's being prepared. A house. A house is being prepared. I've told y'all that. So y'all take what resonates. Well, I can tell you what I did. I've been taking a nap. That's my advice. Usually when I wake up from the nap, I don't feel the same with the same fucking those same emotional thoughts. When I can feel that the emotions are starting to overcome or overtake or whatever, I just go take a nap. Another thing that helps you overcome is like go watch. This is crazy, okay? I'm gonna tell you how to overcome it, okay? Go watch shit you watched when you was a kid. Go watch Gilligan's Island and the Monkeys, cartoons, He-Man. Go watch that shit. I'm gonna tell you, it'll get you out of that thought process, and also watch something funny, something that's gonna don't go do any research when you're in that state of mind. Okay, don't do research. And I want to tell you something that you can do. You don't have to. It's something you can do. When you watch these old cartoons and these old videos, like old music videos from the 80s and shit like that, when you watch them, seek out, look at, try to find the subliminal messages of the Illuminati, because they're in every fucking thing. Everything. And see how many signs you can find in any given video, any given cartoon, or any given show from the past. Okay? It's fun. And it's interesting, okay? Because you're like, whoa! So I'm watching this fucking cartoon yesterday, this Donald Duck cartoon. It's got all these real old, uh, Merry Melody cartoons on it, like these old ones. This whole motherfucking cartoon had Atlanta wrote all over it in subliminals. It says Atlanta here, which has been like this, and it had a calendar with a date on it, and it said something about Georgia on this wall that had like it was like pointing at Georgia. And I was sitting there going, wow. I mean, some of those cartoons that I'm talking about are even older than I am, okay? I'm 55. And some of those cartoons are like older than me. That they was old when I was watching them when I was a kid, okay? But they have all kinds of shit that just plain in the plain open show you. You're gonna see it more in the cartoons than anything else, okay? Because they want to condition the children. Okay? If they can condition the children, then they're less likely to have a problem as adults with you. So they're conditioning, brainwashing, MK Ultra, and there's more. Also, y'all really need to look for um the MK Ultra program. There are several MK programs. They're not just MK Ultra. They got one called MK Nina, MK what was that one? It starts with a T. Like there's several of them. There's a whole shit ton of these MK Ultra programs. Okay, the Gateway program. But there's a bunch of them. Okay, because they were doing experiments. Okay, back in like the late 50s, early 60s, pretty much the 60s was an experimental fucking stage. Everything. That's why all people was on drugs and tripping and doing acid and all that other shit. It was an extremely experimental state of mind in that era of time, okay? But y'all need to do research on those things. But if you're trying to get out of your emotion funk and that, a really good thing to do is dance. Go take a dance. I don't know what that is. Some kind of confirmation, but bet you anything it's somebody that don't know. He say hi. Hold on. It was because I was on a phone call. He said, hey, I am calling you from a recorded line. How are you today? I said, you got the wrong number. He said, oh, no, wrong number. I said, yes, you got the wrong number. He said, no, I am calling on a recorded line. I said, no, you have the wrong number. He said, no, I do not have wrong number. I said, well, then, what's my name? Who you calling? He said, he said, oh, I do not know. And I said, so you got the wrong number? He goes, yes, lady, you have a beautiful day. That was funny, y'all. That was just funny. I'm sorry. That was funny. He immediately started off as, yes, you are on a recorded line. I said, oh, you got the wrong number. As soon as he said that, you know, no, I have no wrong number. I said, yeah, you do. I'm sorry. All right, y'all, if this resonate with y'all, look, confirmation. He has the wrong number. I can't make it up, y'all. Confirmation and proof coming to you. Y'all be ready. Like, love, everybody. I'm going to go. See you on the flip side. I love y'all. Stay golden.